Thank you, Chairman. I think it's important to remember the background to the sheep grassland scheme. And there was a crisis at the time within the sheep sector in this country where we were actually hemorrhaging ewe numbers at the time. And that's happening again. And we've seen it. Hackettstown is closed. Keephack have closed what was one of the biggest sheep slaughtering facilities in Europe. Because the numbers are just not there at present. And things are going to get significantly worse unless we actually acknowledge that we have a problem at the moment and that we actually address it. Now, Kevin, you said earlier in your presentation that you can protect the payment by actually increasing it to back up to the €18 million. And you just might elaborate on how you could actually protect it. Now, in fairness to the Minister has acknowledged that there is a difficulty here, and he did specifically address this issue at the conference in the Hudson Bay Hotel in Athlone, when he said that he would revisit this issue. And I think we all need to work together to try and come up with a solution that actually addresses the issue and ensures that sheep farmers directly benefit by it. And surely the way around this is to introduce a mechanism where the top-up would take place after convergence, so that you would leave, as the Minister has proposed, the sheep grassland scheme as an add-on payment, but that you would do your convergence calculation first and then add on the sheep grassland scheme. And would that not resolve the issue for everyone in relation to this and get round the Minister's issue regarding a need for a couple payment, which he said he won't do, and I can understand where he's coming from in relation to that. But we have the new genomic scheme for the beef industry. You know, there are other supports there across the board, and we need a specific support within the sheep sector if we're going to keep ewe numbers up, particularly in my part of the world, because the last thing we want to see is more sheep slaughtering facilities being closed down, because we will have a problem then in meeting our contracts for supply, particularly into the French market.
Very quickly, Chairman. First of all, I'd like to agree with Deputy Naughten and thank him for his support. The second thing is that the increase in the money back up will only partially protect the money in the single farm payment. But if we don't do that, it's going to get eroded more. I think that's the fundamental point. And secondly, of course, there are options and other things that the Minister can do in Pillar 2, but that's a debate for a different day. Yeah. And today we're about what the sheep grassland scheme, which is a Pillar 1 payment in Pillar 1. And of course, we'd love to pull it out and separate it out, keep it separate. But that was the IFA proposal originally to the Minister, but he's saying technically he can't do that. Now, we're trying to find a way where we can protect as much of it as we can going forward. It's not a perfect solution.
Deputy, just say, I do think there is merit in what Deputy Naughten said. I've suggested it myself. I think that for the purposes of couplet convergence, that if you disregard the grassland component of it, that you could actually move up and move down, then add it back and have it disregarded for the purpose of the calculation of convergence. You don't need to top up the money. You could actually do it without the 14 million being touched, my own opinion. So